My circular breathing video attracted a lot of attention, and some of you posted very valid questions which I'd like to address in this quick Q&A. Let's begin by talking what circular breathing is. It's an extended technique used by wind players and brass players to produce a continuous tone that doesn't stop, making it seem like the player doesn't need to breathe at all, which is of course not true. Some of the more ancient sources of circular breathing are, for example, in Australian Aboriginal music, where didgeridoo players use it to produce a continuous drone like this. But circular breathing is used a lot in contemporary music as well. So, on to the questions. Question number 1. How do you make it sound so easy? Well, it's been 20 years since I first started using circular breathing. I think it took me a couple of weeks to learn the basic technique, then a couple of months to start incorporating it into my playing, and then over the years I just refined the technique to make it more seamless and more fluid. Question number 2. I'm struggling to get from step 2 to step 3. Do you have any tips? In my other video, step 3 is the one when you go from periodic exhaling to continuous exhaling, like this. This was the biggest hurdle for me as I started learning it. The question kept popping up, how the hell do you blow air out while you breathe it in? Anatomy lesson. To breathe out, we need pressure, which is produced by the lungs, the diaphragm and the abdominal muscles. And while inhaling, we cannot use those muscles. So the trick in circular breathing is to use this, to use your cheeks. You puff them up like this, and then you push the air from your puffed up cheeks. As you noticed, this is a very short burst, so you have to make it so that the inhale takes less than the time it takes for you to push the air out. So this is the main trick. Question number 3. But doesn't it ruin my embouchure if I puff my cheeks? Well, it's important that you learn a temporary embouchure that you're going to use only when inhaling. And for me, this worked by just relaxing the corners of my mouth, which are usually tight when producing a tuba embouchure. And for short bursts, you're going to use this temporary embouchure while inhaling, and you're going to feel your cheeks pull away from your teeth and maybe your gums stretching gently. Do not overdo it. So it's like this. Of course, as I said, this takes some time. I think with regular, let's say daily practice, you can learn this in a couple of weeks for sure. By the way, I've been making music and teaching music for the last 20 years. Not just jazz, but a whole lot of other genres and situations. So if you'd like to study with me, please contact me or check out some of the links that I provided. Question number 4. Will this work on French horn and maybe trumpet too? Let's see. So, yeah, it does work. I'm not primarily a trumpet player, but I do keep a trumpet around for emergencies. Jokes aside, I recommend you check out an amazing trumpet player called Peter Evans, who is a great improviser and who uses not just circular breathing, but a lot of other extended techniques. He's really advanced, so do check him out. Question number 5. Do you get dizzy when circular breathing? Well, with circular breathing, I would say you need to learn how to use your breathing properly in order not to get dizzy. You will always need enough oxygen, right? So I would recommend you keep your lungs always comfortably full so that you don't have to inhale a lot. You don't have a lot of time to inhale, right? Your inhales need to be short and effective. So I think you need to inhale often enough, in short bursts, and keep your lungs full enough. And then you should have no problem with losing oxygen and fainting. Question number 6. My tone changes when circular breathing. Is this normal? Yeah, to an extent it is, but you can minimize the difference between your normal embouchure and your temporary embouchure by practicing, let's say, relaxation and stabilizing both embouchures when you switch from one to the other, like this. I would say that playing softer helps, playing in a relaxed way helps, and practicing, as always, helps. Question number 7. How do you know when to inhale when playing walking bass? Yeah, this was very hard for me at first because I had to think about what notes to play and supporting the music. So this was a lot of things to think about. One way I made it easier for myself is by deciding when practicing to always inhale on the same beat of the bar. Like this, for example, I will inhale at beat 4. As time went on, I would then start inhaling on beat 3. And so on, covering every beat. If the tempo was fast enough, I would do it maybe every 2 bars. And over time, you internalize the technique so much, and you don't need to think or plan the physical actions required. So over time, it just becomes second nature. And then you just inhale whenever you need to, and you don't really give it a second thought. That's our Q&A done. I hope I answered all your questions. If I didn't, please don't hesitate to ask. And I have a question for you. Do you already use circular breathing? Did you find this video helpful? If you'd like to study with me, please contact me or click on the sign up link. Also, I'm open for all your comments, suggestions and tips, because how can you teach if you forget what it's like to learn? One more thing. I'm in the middle of building an online course with videos, with explanations, examples, exercises designed to develop your musical, technical and theoretical skills. It will enable you to improve your solo and ensemble playing, your improvisation skills and your bass lines. At its core, this course explores the role of the tuba in jazz and related genres. But beyond that, I'll be sharing the full range of tools I've developed over years of performing and creating. Circular breathing, multiphonics, working with amplification and effects, composing and producing indoors, and navigating very different musical environments, from intimate ensembles to large stages, as well as studio, theater, film and TV work. If you want to expand what the tuba can do, this is where it starts. You are the first to know about this upcoming course. It will be ready in July. For an early access bonus, join my email list and you will receive practical tips and a discount to the course. And if you want to go a step further, you can support the production of the course by donating. So you will get not only early access but a bigger discount as well. Thanks for watching and for your support. Take care and see you in the next video.